Uh, Hello, it's Eddie here, playing around with the computer. You've probably seen that I got over 300 videos on there, and a lot of them, some people can't seem to follow. They think it's a joke when it's not. I'm over 80 now, and I couldn't give a damn what they think. One of the particular things that I keep saying is that my 3D system does not work. It does work. I've been using it for 25 years, and my eyesight is no bloody well worse than somebody in their 50s. I don't know what it's all about. I can virtually watch this without them. It's just that I can't read the small print. Anyway, there's a microphone here. What does that mean? Perhaps I've got the microphone turned off, or I've got it turned. Hello, hello. Well, so that should mean that I'm now transmitting. I don't suppose I am. Things never seem to work for me these days. I had 40 years in electronics. I worked on Commodore 64, the first ever PC. And I went all the way up to Windows XP stuff from 3.1 upwards. And I never went online till 2007, or what do you call it these days. But I started learning electronics, and what was it now? Must be. Well, I was in it for 40 years, so I was running my own shop in the 80s, my own TV repair and rental business. Then I got too old to carry on with it. I was doing it until I was in my 70s. And I said, I just can't do it anymore. I can't even lift up the TV anymore because of this arthritis. And so, if you're wondering why I'm so strange or whatever, people say, oh, I need to learn lessons in playing the guitar. I probably forgot more than he's learned. It's just that arthritis does not allow you to do what you used to be able to do. In 1962, I was playing in a group, and we used to do dances at one of the big places, Polperro in Cornwall, where we used to. It was always packed out, hundreds and hundreds of people there. I don't know why it was, but that's why I went there. And then I went into doing discos, and I basically was just to amuse myself. I used to go around to the sports clubs and youth clubs. And then in the 90s, I was on the entertainment committee of my local social club, and they wanted to get a Elvis impersonator for Christmas Eve, big night, you see. And going back to this time, you see, they wanted 150 quid. So I said to them, I said, Christ, I'll do it for 30, as a joke. Of course, they all started laughing and all that. Until I came up and performed it. I built the units myself. I built the light units. You'll see on some of my videos the lights flashing. I built the computer that operated them. True, I used an assembly kit, printed board and all that done. I couldn't do that anyway. And I used guitar speakers, and that's the way I went. And if anybody wants to talk to me, I don't know how this works. You're welcome to butt in or whatever it is. Whatever their community guidelines are, I don't know. I should have pressed learn more, I suppose. I got problems with my hearing now. I got a hearing aid in there. Until I had that, I couldn't understand why my guitar playing sounded so horrible. I thought YouTube were messing around with it. The same with my singing. And one ear still works, and the other ear hardly works at all. And I have to connect the computer up to a sound system. I got one of these bars, sound bar, and that comes out really loud, and then I can use it to operate Skype, because I do use Skype. Brilliant Skype is. I don't know if I mentioned it on any of my stuff. I support anybody that does good work, and I run down anybody that does bad. And it's all honest. I don't lie about anything. The last thing I moaned about was 118. I don't know if any of you have used it, but be very careful, because it cost me 150 quid for 2 local phone calls, just because I didn't have the phone number. Anyway, there we go. Just thought I'd try this here going live for a bit, but obviously I can't stay here all the time. I don't know whether I'll just end the stream now. It just says Edward Smith, say something here. I've been talking for the last 10 minutes. Anyway, didn't have any of these problems when I was working on computers, but the old Commodore 64s, I could program them in BASIC. BBC it's called, and everybody thought it was to do with the BBC, but it's not. It's basic binary computers, I think. Something like that anyway. But it uses dollar signs and whatnot, and if you're not careful, you mistake a plural word, and it's not, it's dollar sign. Well, when I first started doing that, you see, no shops would take them in. And they have to come to somebody like me. Of course, because I do one, they tell somebody else, and they'd all wind up coming to me. In actual fact, the most common fault with them was the tape deck, because it used a Philips cassette. The audio cassette. That's how you programmed them. Anyway, I've been going on here now for nearly 10 minutes. I don't know whether this is working or no. As I say, the last time I was on here like this, you must have had an extreme laugh, because there was no sound. I don't know whether if you clicked on subtitles, they come up on the screen. You never know. And I'm looking at this sound bar here, and it doesn't seem to move at all when I talk. So God knows what it's coming out like. But I switched it off and switched it on again, so it's definitely on. I'm wondering whether it's the wrong format. I don't see why it should be. This is a brand new computer I'm using. Anyway, I do go on a bit, don't I? Here's one for you. Good question for you. What happens if you sit on a bag of quavers? You know, Walker's quavers? It used to be Smith's quavers till Walker's bought them out. Same with Smith's crisps. Anyway, back when I was a boy, that was the only crisp you'd get was Smith's. Being my name, that's it. Anyway, I've been on 11 minutes now. I don't know whether to end it on, whether anybody sees any of this or what. But as far as I can tell, nobody's heard me yet. So I'm talking to myself. Anyway, that's it. I'll say goodbye now. I'm going to see if I can, if there's a video of it on the video list. Anyway, that's the best.